Okay, let's get into it. We are diving headfirst into some uh, truly staggering examples of human behavior today.
Yeah, the kind of stuff that just makes you stop and think, right?
Absolutely. Stories pulled straight from, online accounts. We're talking bizarre relationship control, secret double lives going on for decades, and some just jaw-dropping family betrayals.
It's definitely a deep dive into the, let's say, extreme ends of trust and, well, deception, where things really fall apart.
Right. Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Our goal, like always, is to take our source material, and today, that's a transcript from a YouTube video looking at some intense Reddit stories and really pull out the key details, the insights, the takeaways.
So we're focusing specifically on these Reddit stories, but through the lens of how they were presented and discussed in this YouTube video transcript you've got.
Exactly that. We're going to unpack these honestly audacious tales, try to understand the core facts as they're laid out in our source, and just see what we can glean from these really extreme situations.
Sort of a guided tour through the wilder side of human interaction based on this shared material.
Precisely. So where do we start? What's the first story the source takes us through?
Okay, story number one. It starts kind of weirdly specific, but gets disturbing fast. It's about a woman whose boyfriend just constantly tells her she stinks. Like body odor.
Constantly. Wow. And the source details what she does about it.
Oh, yeah. It's extreme. She's showering twice a day, apparently using industrial strength deodorant every few hours.
Wait, every few hours?
Yeah, she even has phone reminders set for it, and brushing her teeth constantly, like even after just drinking water. It sounds obsessive, but it's all because of his comments.
That's intense, and it must have messed with her head, right?
Totally. The post describes her feeling like she's going crazy, sneakily smelling herself, just completely paranoid.
Did you try to verify it? Like
Yeah.
ask anyone else?
She did. The source says she went to a doctor, nothing wrong. Asked friends, family, they all said she smelled fine. One friend apparently even said she smelled too clean, like a Lush store.
Too clean. That tells you everything about how far she was going.
Right, and it affected their intimacy too. He'd avoid cuddling when he brought up the smell, apparently.
Okay, so this can't just be about BO. There has to be an update, right? How does it resolve?
There is. The source mentions an update. She finally snaps after he says it again. She confronts him, lists everything she's doing, asks exactly what he smells, and basically says maybe they should just break up if it's that bad for him.
In his reaction.
He panics, gets upset, and then the truth comes out. It's unbelievable.
Don't leave us hanging.
He admits it has nothing to do with her actual smell. It's a calculated thing, a surefire technique his father taught him.
His father. For what?
His dad apparently always used it on his mom. The idea was it makes the woman feel too low to cheat, ensures she only loves him, and bonus, keeps her clean.
That is deeply messed up. So it's pure manipulation passed down as advice.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The alleged reason is hygiene, but the real motive is control. Total control.
What does the source commentary say about that?
It really zeroes in on that disconnect,
Mhm.
compares it to like older generations maybe making up their own psychological facts, stuff that sounds like complete lunacy to us now.
But maybe back then.
Yeah, the commentary speculates maybe in the 50s that kind of twisted advice might have sounded almost legitimate, like a scholarly article or something.
That's a chilling thought. How normalized some controlling behaviors might have been. It's pure gaslighting, isn't it?
Textbook. Making her doubt her own senses, her reality, all disguised as concern. It just eats away at your self-worth.
So what happened immediately after the reveal? Did she kick him out?
Instantly, the source says she told him his father was wrong and he was packing his bags and moving out that day.
Good for her. Wow. What a
Yeah.
story to start with. The lengths people go to for control. It's staggering.
Yeah, it really is. And from that kind of insidious psychological control, the next story shifts gears to deception on a whole different level. We're talking long-term structural deception.
Okay, let's hear it. What's story number 2?
This one, it's a gut punch. A woman married over 25 years finds out her husband has had a second family.
A second family.
For how long?
For over 17 years.
17 out of 25 years of marriage. How is that even possible?
Well, the Post explains their setup. They have 3 kids, 2 already in college. He's an insurance broker, travels nationally for work, supposedly week on, week off.
The week off. I think
Yeah.
I see where this is going.
Exactly. Turns out his week off was spent with his other family in Albuquerque. He had a fiance and 2 teenage kids there.
Fiance. So he was engaged to someone else while married. the layers. How did she even find out after all that time?
It's almost mundane, according to the source.
Right.
She made a new Facebook account for some reason, searched his first name, and bam, found another profile of him, different last name.
No way.
Yeah. And from there, she found the fiance's profile, the kids' profiles. It all unraveled.
He used his same first name. The source commentary must have had a field day with that. Oh, it did. Basically, dude, seriously, your first name. After pulling off this huge, complex lie for almost 2 decades, that's how it falls apart. Digital breadcrumbs.
Shows incredible arrogance, maybe?
Yeah.
Or just carelessness?
Or maybe both. The post describes her reaction as just broken, world completely shattered. She wants to scream, but she's also kind of paralyzed,
Paralyzed how?
considering not confronting him. Because, weirdly, her life with him felt peaceful. He was apparently a good dad to their kids, the main breadwinner, seemed loving.
Wow. That's a heavy conflict. Protecting the life she knew versus the horrifying truth.
Yeah, she used this phrase, worried about tearing a gaping hole in her family and opening a vortex for the other family.
But the source commentary pushes back on that vortex idea, right?
Absolutely. It makes the point very clearly. She's not the vortex, he is. He created this mess. The responsibility is entirely his.
That's a crucial point. And the commentary also touched on the, logistics of it all.
Yeah, calling him a master manipulator, acknowledging the almost perverse logistical skill needed to maintain that for so long.
Okay, so what happened next? The update in the source.
She contacted a lawyer, and she also reached out to the other woman.
Oh, wow. How did that go?
The other woman was apparently also completely devastated, had no idea, seemed financially independent too, which might simplify things slightly later, maybe.
And the husband.
He knows she knows. He's staying in a hotel, calling her constantly. The source reaction was perfect. Stop checking up and start checking yourself.
Ah, good one.
Yeah.
How's the original poster holding up?
Her initial shock and sadness turned to fury, the source says, which sounds about right.
And the kids. They're kids.
Still in the dark at that point in the update. The youngest just thinks dad's working more. She's grappling with how on earth to tell them about this and about their half-sibling.
Oh, God, the kids. That's just devastating on another level, tearing 2 families apart.
Yeah, the source compares the discovery, the Facebook thing, to how the BTK killer got caught. You know, this intricate, long-term deception undone by a simple piece of modern tech, like a floppy disk back then.
It just shows how fragile that kind of elaborate lie really is eventually. But the damage.
Yeah. The complete shattering of trust in a relationship you thought was solid for decades. It's hard to fathom.
Okay, from long-term hidden lives to something even more tangled, it sounds like. What's the third story?
Yeah, this one is rough. Just brace yourself. It's a man who finds out his fiancée is cheating on him.
Okay, heartbreaking, but sadly not unheard of.
With his own father.
Oh no, that's horrific.
Yeah, utterly devastating. The post mentions looking back, he saw signs he missed.
Like what?
His dad calling the fiancé a lot, supposedly about family stuff, like his mom's birthday plans. And one time the OP answered her phone, and his dad sounded really upset it was him.
You wouldn't jump to that conclusion, would you?
Sure, exactly. The source commentary actually reassures him, says he wasn't an idiot for missing it. Most people just wouldn't assume that. Your brain doesn't go there.
So how did he find out? The actual moment.
It was like something out of a movie, the way the post describes it. He came home early, unexpectedly, needed some paperwork, saw a car like his dad's outside, found clothes, a trail of them leading down the hall, and then heard sounds, faint moans from the bedroom.
Oh my God. That sickening realization. What did he do?
His reaction was immediate. Pulled out his phone, started recording, threw the clothes back into the hallway, filmed himself walking to the bedroom door.
I filmed it. Wow.
Then flipped on the light and, found them, his father and his fiancée, together.
The source commentary must have reacted to that moment.
Yeah, something like, and lights, camera, action, just capturing the sheer shock of it all.
What happened when they saw him?
Saw the camera.
Panic. The father apparently lunged at him, tried to stop the recording.
And did the OP react? He did. Physically. He hit his father. The source details it pretty brutally, said his head bounced off the doorframe and he just slumped down.
Jeez. Yeah, the source commentary apparently needed a defibrillator after reading that part.
I can imagine. The fiancé screamed, and the OP reportedly turned the camera on her and said something just scathing.
What did he say?
Concerned about your fifth buddy, but nothing to say to your fiancé?
Oof. Devastating. Then what? Did he just leave?
He told him he just came for paperwork. Warned them what would happen if they were still there. When he got back, he'd send that video to everyone they knew.
Did the source commentary approve?
It added a little practical note, like, just send it anyways.
Huh. Fair enough. Did he say anything else to his father?
Yeah. The final words were cutting. Told him, "You're dead to me, you're no longer my father." And warned him to talk to his mom because he was going too soon.
God, the fallout from this. The source must have covered the aftermath in the updates, right?
It did. It's messy. Predictably, the father lies to the mother, claims the son just attacked him out of nowhere, zero reason.
Of course he did. So the mom...
Initially believes the dad. She was furious with the son, called him an abuser.
Oh, that's awful. Getting blamed after being betrayed like that.
But then, the ultimate mic drop, as the source calls it. The son shows his mother the video.
Oh, wow. That changes things.
Instantly, she just starts weeping, understands immediately.
So what happens then? Did he cut them off?
He cut off the father completely, kicked the fiancé out. He actually didn't speak to his mother for about 8 months after that initial blow-up.
8 months. Understandable, given her initial reaction, maybe.
Yeah. They do eventually meet again. The mother apologizes profusely, explains her rage came from believing the lie, thinking her son just beat up his dad for nothing.
Does he forgive her?
The source says it was sort of forgiveness.
Okay.
He basically told her he needed more time to process everything. The betrayal from his father, his fiancé, and her initial reaction. It's a lot.
It's layers upon layers of betrayal. But is that where the story ends? It feels like there should be one more twist.
Oh, there is. A final one. The source says, right at the end of that conversation with his mother, she drops an absolute nuclear bomb.
What is it?
The fiancé is pregnant.
No.
Yep. And they don't know whose baby it is, his or his father's.
Oh my God. I have no words. The story just ends there.
Ends right on that cliffhanger, according to the source. Just an absolute tangled mess of familial destruction.
That is beyond devastating. The sheer complexity of the betrayal, the potential consequences.
Wow. It really highlights how lies and secrets don't just affect the people directly involved, do they? They ripple outwards and can just obliterate families.
Yeah. Looking back at all three of these stories, from the source, the BO accusation, the secret second family, the father-fiancé betrayal, the common threads are just stark, aren't they?
Absolutely. Extreme deception, profound betrayal of trust, and just the devastating, life-altering impact it has on everyone caught in the blast zone.
And while these are definitely, extreme examples, the kind you read about online and can barely believe, they do offer a glimpse, maybe, into human vulnerability.
For sure. And the fragility of relationships sometimes. How meticulously constructed lives or, conversely, insidious manipulation tactics can just unravel. Secrets have a way of coming out, it seems.
So listening to this, what does it make you think about? Does it make you reflect on trust, on boundaries maybe, where betrayal can even come from?
Does hearing about the sheer scale of the fallout, like with the second family or the pregnancy, change how you view maybe even smaller dishonesties?
It's definitely food for thought. And just to reiterate, we've stuck strictly to the details and the commentary as presented in that YouTube video transcript source material.
It's been a heavy dive, for sure. A challenging look at some really dark corners of human interaction.
Well, thank you for joining us on this intense deep dive.
These stories, as awful as they are, really hammer home that the people closest to us, they hold the most power, don't they? Power to build us up, but also power to cause unimaginable pain.
It really does leave you with that lingering question, doesn't it? How well can we ever truly know someone, even people we've spent years with?
And what happens when that trust is fundamentally broken by secrets you never saw coming?
Always more to unpack when it comes to human behavior, that's for sure.
Indeed, there is.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive, exploring new topics, new sources.